Welcome to WTHA's award-winning Sportsbeat. Tonight's show is brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi. Here are your hosts, Jack Washer and Jordan Tracy.
Hello, folks. We are back once again. I feel like we just did this.
We're on the dark web, though.
Are we? Oh, no. That's not good. I'm Jordan Tracy. That's Jack Washer here on WTHAplus.com.
That's right, and we are in the final week of the regular season for most teams with the pandemic. Everything gets kind of shortened, so...
Yes, and playoffs just are coming out of nowhere.
We didn't know if we would have enough games this week because today, you know,
we're games dropping off like flies.
We're texting, we're on the phone with each other.
Calling.
We almost didn't come in tonight because we were just so discouraged. But we still had 13 games to show you.
And we're glad we did come in. Tell us the first game.
All right,
Jack.
we're Dre Johnsonburg battling St. Mary's for the second time this
sequel.
season. Because I guess that's the thing now
Yes.
in pandemic times. First quarter, Flying Dutchman drive down the field. 1-yard touchdown by Christian Coudray. Dutchman up 7-0. Second quarter, Coudray's pass going to be intercepted by the Elkers' Cameron Marciniak. And he's going to take it to the house. That ties things up at 7 apiece. Next drive, Coudray finds Logan Mosier. And Mosier's going to get a big gain out of this one. Go down
pass.
to the goal line. And Jordan, keep in mind,
Devin!
Our photog, Devin Jackson, he's a big dude.
Ow!
And it takes a lot to knock him down, but he did it. Next play, Coudray pounces it in from a yard out. Dutch go up 14-7. The Flying Dutchman, they would win this one by a couple scores, 35-21.
Central hosting Penns Valley. It's Casey Kreider and Hunter Klotz, so the homecoming queen and king.
Stud fisherman.
More than halfway through the first, Jeff Hohenstein takes it himself to put the Dragons up 7-0. Later in the quarter, Rams' Seth Bainey breaks through the middle and finds some room to run. 41 yards for the Penns Valley first down. Second quarter, same drive. Rams looking to go deep with this one, but it's picked off by Demetrius Harbaugh. The final score, Central's going to win at 42-13.
All right, to Harrisburg we go. Altoona battling Central Dauphin. First quarter, Marcus Day, the man-child, with the pitch to Jake Adams, who goes in from 16 yards out. The mountain lions strike first, 6-0. After that, we go later, second quarter, just before the half. Altoona down 21-6, but Ethan Strope bangs his way in for the touchdown, but the Rams too much in this one as they pull away from Altoona, 49-20, the final.
Well, Jack, the Westpac the last 2 weeks have given us some showdowns. Last week, it was Berlin who came out on top over Windber.
And then
they
faced another.
Today, it happened.
They faced another undefeated team. That'd be the Portage Mustangs. And, you know, it's such a good game, we gave it our Game of the Week.
Let's give it to them.
Brought to you by Park Home. It was homecoming for the Portage Mustangs. Look at that nice car. Fans socially distanced. Shout out to all of them. Slow first half offensively. No one would score until 13 seconds left in the half to take a 6-0 lead. That'd be Berlin. Second half, it was kind of a different story. Isaac Etris, he's a wide receiver, but he's going to take the handoff, shakes, bakes,
shake and bake,
breaks a few tackles, and he goes in for the score. But wait, Jordan.
Whistle.
There's a flag. There's a yellow hanky
I thought I was going to fail
on the field. So that takes it off the board. But it's okay because 2 plays later, Etris does it again, this time from 29 yards out. No flags. This one counts. Berlin up 13-0. Congrats to the homecoming queen, Kaylee Sawson. All right, we move ahead. Later in the third quarter, Will Spokart throws it to, you guessed it, Etris. His second touchdown of the day. Berlin goes up 20-0. The Mountaineers would tack on another one, pressing forward with a short touchdown run in the fourth quarter. Berlin took a close game and turned it into a blowout. 30-0, the final. Our Peter Terpstra, he was there for it. He joins us with more.
Hey, hi, hello.
Two undefeated teams walked into this thing. The first half was an absolute dogfight. In the second half, Berlin aired it out, opened it up. And Isaac Idris, you saw how good he was tonight. He helped Berlin get the win.
We just started up front. Our linemen, a lot of our big plays were generated from them. So it's always their job, and we just execute off of them. First half, we had a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of missed blocks, but second half, we really cleaned it up.
The second half, we just kept battling, you know, got a couple breaks. The game's all about momentum, and we got it. Moving on from here, if we could put 4 quarters together like we did the 2 last week and then the second half this week, you know, we're going to be a tough football team. But, you know, at the same time, eventually down the road somewhere, we're going to hit a game where you're going to get behind and you're not going to be able to do that. So we've got some work to do. You know, we're undefeated, but we're far from perfect right now.
Here's the weird thing about having a football season during a pandemic. Berlin doesn't even know if they're going to play next Friday, and they might find out this coming Sunday. Reporting from Portage, Peter Terpstra, WTAJ Sports.
All right, thanks, Pete. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area. Tussey Mountain taking the big victory over Moshannon Valley 64-6, and it's Penn's Manor blanking Northern Cambria 35-0. Let's get back into the highlights now. Conemaugh Township playing host to the Red Raiders of Myersdale, picking things up in the third quarter. Hunter Beal from Myersdale takes a big hit, and it's also picked off. Township's Tyler Poznansky and the Indians would make them pay. Seth Rosie takes the handoff, and he does the rest as Township goes up by 40 points. Now, Beal would be picked off again in the third quarter, and Conemaugh Township will go on to win this one 40-0.
All right, Jordan. Bedford looking to stay undefeated, taking on Penn Cambria. First quarter, it'd be Mercury Swain. Best name in the game, 5 yards in for the score. Bisons go up 6-0. Later in the quarter, Penn Cambria strikes back. Zach Rowe plunges in from a yard out as we're tied up at 6. Second quarter, Bisons go back in front. Spencer Ebersole on the toss, rushes it in from 15 yards out untouched. As Bedford would pull away in the second half, they finished the regular season undefeated. Final score 50-25.
Now, Williamsburg hosting West Branch at Tiger Stadium tonight in Hollidaysburg. Yes, that's what happened. Pick us up in the fourth. Blue Pirates up 30-12. Tyler Clark starts right, finds no room, but then finds daylight on the left side for a 30-yard pickup. Later in the drive, it's Clark staying on the right side this time, taking it inside the 5 for Williamsburg first and goal. Fourth and goal we go, and it's Peanut Wansley, his nickname, on the end around for the score, and he picks up the 2-point conversion as well. Hits his own player. Is he okay? They go up 38-12, and that would hold as the final score. Williamsburg picking up win number 3.
Ooh. All right, time for our Head of the Week, sponsored by Patterson Automotive, and we're going to go back to the Conemaugh Township Myersdale game. Carson Huber, oh my God. Let's look at it again. Big hit, and you, sir, you get the Hit of the Week for that, because why not?
Yeah, that was a big hit. Let's take a look at some more scores from around the area. Brookville beating DuBois tonight 35-13. And tomorrow at 7 p.m., it's Mission McCourt taking on Cambria Heights at Cambria Heights.
All right, to A.R. Simpkins Memorial Field we go. Juniata Valley hosting Glendale. First quarter, Gabe Brower plunges into the pile, and winds up into the end zone. 7-0 Juniata Valley. Later, it's the same score. Glendale's defense, though, would tighten as Bane Selhammer for Glendale with the pick 6. But Hunter Johnson, he would get his revenge, becomes on the very next drive. Johnson going to find his brother, and we'll just call him his friend, Jake Johnson, for a 40-yard touchdown as Juniata Valley rolls 37-20, the final. All right, Bellefonte, Bald Eagle, longtime rivalry. The winner, they take home this, the Curtain Bowl.
The Curtain Bowl.
We're scoreless in the second quarter when Ethan Rossman finds Blandon Hawkins, a nice shoestring grab over the middle. That's a first down, and that would set up this 36-yard field goal. Daniel Persico sneaks it through the upright, showing off the big leg. Later, a little razzle-dazzle, the double reverse flea flicker annexation of Puerto Rico. Rossman to Jalen Emmel, who's all alone. He takes it to the house. Bellefonte would tack on another touchdown as they win the Curtain Bowl for the 7th year in a row. 17-7, the final.
Phillipsburg taking on Tyrone at Grays Vets Memorial Field. After a scoreless first, Ryan Whitehead for Phillipsburg to Caleb Stam, a 26-yard gain. Later, it's Whitehead on the keeper from 1 yard out. The PAT would be no good, 6-0 Phillipsburg. On the kick return, it's Clifford Beck for the Golden Eagles, who's going to find daylight, find some blockers, and will he make it all the way? No! Taken down at the 3, but a few plays later, it's Brandon Lucas keeping it for a 1-yard score, 7-6 Tyrone. Following an earlier interception, 19 seconds before the half, it's Lucas to Keegan Gwynn for the 4-yard score, 14-6 Tyrone at the half. They go on to win it 35-27. Take a look at some other scores from around the area. Shade getting a close win over Black Lake Valley, 27-6. Winbert blanks North Star 42-0. Clearfield routs Huntington 42-14. And tomorrow night, it's Somerset and Forest Hills battling out in Forest Hills.
All right, time for our standout of the week, brought to you by Sisney and O'Donnell.
It goes to Zach Kopko. We know that there are limits on fans, but it wouldn't matter anyway because Zach would still be the loudest in the stadium, picking his guys up. That is a standout effort, and he is our standout of the week.
The force of the Dragon Wagon. All right, time for our drive of the week, sponsored by Speedy Furniture. We go back to the Bedford-Penn Camry game, and it's the Bison's drive right before the end of the half. Leading 14-13, the Bisons would go on a little 2-minute drill, punch it in to go 22-13, actually double-dipped, scored on the opening possession of the second half as they remain undefeated, winning at 50-25.
Time now for our player of the week, brought to us by Walker & Walker Equipment. It comes from our game of the week, Berlin's Isaac Etris, 101 yards receiving with a touchdown, 75 yards on the ground with a touchdown, and an interception on defense. That is a player of the week effort. So you know what? We gave him player of the week.
All right, now it's time for our player of the week, brought to us by Belding and Mole. And it's back to the Belfont Bald Eagle game, the Curtain Bowl. The razzle, the dazzle, the razzle, razzle, dazzle. Ethan Rossman, the Jalen Emmel, all alone as Belfont wins the Curtain Bowl for the 7th straight year.
Plie, releve.
What do you think of the annexation of Puerto Rico? You like that?
It's a good play. It's a really good play. But that wasn't it. That was a little more.
No, but I just let you. It's fun to say.
It is. It is a fantastic and fun thing to say. Folks, that's the regular season.
It is.
I know some teams will continue to play some games that aren't in the playoffs, but will try to fill out the rest of their season, get some more games in because it was shortened.
Yes,
but
very much.
Playoffs
next week.
Start next week, and I can't believe it's already that time.
Yeah, so hopefully there's not as many cancellations, so your life is a little less stressful.
Everyone, stay away from each other so we can continue playing football.
Exactly. That's pretty basic. It's a good message.
Folks, Jack and I have had a long day, so we're not going to stay here and keep chit-chatting. That'll do it for us. We'll see you next week. First week of playoffs.
Say goodbye and leave.
Goodbye and leave.
And leave.
Sportsbeat has been brought to you by 5 Star Mitsubishi. Thanks for watching. Join us again next Friday at 11:10.